crafting your vision to success. What I want to teach you today are what I believe are the 3 fundamental things that you need to be able to do in order to not only create that vision, but live in your vision so that you can take your life to the next level. We're going to get into it right now. In 3, in 2, in 1. Crafting your vision. What I'm going to teach you today are the 3 fundamental things that you need to be able to do in order to not only craft your vision, but to actually live within your vision on a daily basis so that you could ultimately live the life of your dreams and accomplish all of your most wildest fantasies. That's what I'm going to teach you today on the show. So you're going to want to watch, because if you're able to do this, you will live a life that will not only be prosperous for you, but for everyone around you as well. We're all about mindset today, and we're going to get into it right now. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. My name is Vince Perri, your entrepreneur coach, your business coach, your public adjuster coach, where I am now at a point running several businesses all at once, and I'm able to do it because of systems, processes, mindset, leadership, marketing, and so much more. And I want to share everything with you. I want to share everything that I'm doing. I want to share everything that I'm learning, and I want to share all of my mistakes and all what I've learned for me to be able to be this successful today. But before I get into mindset, because that's all we're doing this month is mindset and leadership. Last week we did the 5 levels of leadership. Now we're getting into the mindset and crafting your vision to success. But before I get into that, I want to convince you to like, to subscribe, and to share this channel and this video with everyone that you possibly can. My goal for 2025 is to be impactful. That is my word. And I want to try to be as impactful as possible. And that's not only by me bringing the energy and the passion to you every single show, but also really telling you everything and giving it all away so that you could actually be successful as well and really live that life that you want to live, because I've learned so much about that and I'm truly living in it as well. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We have a show every Wednesday. We have a podcast guest show every single Monday. And then we have the live that I go deep into my personal life and really tell you everything that's going on in my Sunday live at 10 a.m. So make sure that you subscribe to the show, hit the bell as well, follow me on social media. I promise that you won't get disappointed. So let's get right into it, guys. How do you craft a vision? So first you have to visualize it, right? First you actually have to see what the vision is. First you have to know what you want. The way we do it with our entire staff, I sit with everybody at least once a year, and we talk about it all the time. I follow up with them on a weekly and a monthly and a quarterly basis. I'm not too strict as to when we sit down for our one-to-ones. When we do sit down for our one-to-ones, it's normally on a quarterly basis, and I just sort of review sort of how everything is going. But I like to do it on a team level. But I always have these personal one-to-ones with everyone that's around me, with my staff and with our independent contractors, salespeople and everything, because I just want to know what is it that they want. I want to know what their goals are. I want to know what their dreams are. Not just within the business, but like, how many houses do you want to own? How much real estate do you want to own? What island do you want to buy? Where do you want to live when you grow up? What do you want to do for your family? What do you want to do for everybody else? Once I have an idea of what they want, what we do is we work backwards. We work backwards in a way where, where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 3 years? Where do you want to be in 1 year? What are all the steps and the goals and the things you need to accomplish this year in order for you to get there? Once you have that roadmap listed out, it becomes a lot easier to just sort of at least stay in it, live in it, so that you could really accomplish those crazy, wild, ridiculous, hairy, audacious goals that you want in the future. However, you have to be able to actually have a good idea of what it is that you want in your life. And it could be as crazy as you want. It doesn't have to be anything small. As a matter of fact, most of the times when people tell me what it is that they want, I tell them that they can go bigger. They can go much, much bigger, because we are capable of so much that you could just really, honestly, man, whatever it is that you want, the bigger you go, the more you're going to do to actually get there. And one thing that I've learned is that it's not about the goals that you set. It's about the person that you become on your way to those goals. So set those crazy goals. Set them up, all right? And then you're going to follow these 3 things. Now, it's very, very simple, okay? And it's broken down into an acronym. Very, very simple. Are you ready? This is with a teaching moment, okay? The acronym is SDE. So the first one, S, starts for sense. You need to be able to sense it. Once you've got that vision, right? Once you've got it there and you know what it is that you want, now you have to really live in it, right? And the way you do that, the first thing you have to do is you have to sense it. S stands for sense it, okay? D stands for desire it, and E stands for expect it. Now, let's get into the sense part, all right? So first one is make sure that you sense it, all right? So in order to sense it, you must be able to feel your future through all 5 senses. That's right. So it's not just a vision board. I've got a vision board right over there. Okay, that's great. You should have a vision board, but it's not just that. It's not just a sentence. You should be able to close your eyes and smell it. You should be able to close your eyes and touch it and hear it and live in it before it ever even happened. That's how real it has to become in your mind before it ever becomes real in your life. So for example, one of our staff members, what he really wanted was it a house? I can't remember if it was a house or something else. Let's just call it a house, right? Like a big mansion. I said, what does the house look like? Very vague. I said, okay, is it in front of the water? Are there glass windows? Do you have a pool? What does now the kitchen smell like? Who's cooking in the kitchen? What's actually being cooked? What do the walls feel like? What is the paint? What is the color of the paint? What does it look like? And he just stops me right off because he already knows. I've done this exercise as a group and I do it to everybody. He already knows. He's like, okay, I see where you're going here. That's where I'm going. Like, I will give you another example. On my vision board and in my notes and on one of my dreams is one of my favorite places that I've ever visited is Baja California. And I want to buy a house in Baja California right on the water. And I want it right on the water where you actually have to like walk down some steps in order to even get to the beach, okay? But before you even get there, basically we have an infinity pool that's just overflowing. I've got huge, just big sliding glass doors that are all the way across. It also comes in at an angle as well, the backyard basically. The front door is just very, very large blue door, double doors, big doors. And when you walk in, it's just super open format. We've got white couches, okay? We've got tile flooring. We've got gray walls. And the kitchen, forget about it. It's on a whole other level. Well, I hope you enjoyed what you've had so far because wait until you see what's coming up next. And don't forget to subscribe. My point is I visualized this house already exactly what it looks like, and I know what it looks like outside, and I know how far away from the beach we are, and all of that. Now you have to be able to sense it. What does it smell like inside? What does it really look like? Close your eyes and do it. Do this on a daily basis as much as you can, and I'm telling you, it will be like next level. So what are the 5 senses? We've got sight, we've got sound, we've got smell, we've got touch, and we've got taste, okay? All right, so that's sense it. The next thing is you have to desire it, okay? Now here's the trick to the desiring it. The key to desire is not desire what you want to acquire for yourself, but desire what you want to acquire for others, okay? When your vision stops being just about you, when it becomes about how you can serve your family, serve your clients, serve your community, your desire now multiplies. You start moving with like a real fire to get it done. I already know that forget about the fact that we're going to be creating the most amazing memories in Baja California in this house. I also want a condo in Italy close to friends and family that already live there. And I also want an apartment in Breckenridge close to friends and family that already live there. By me being able to have these properties and be able to go there whenever I want, I'm going to start creating memories with my family that would have never been able to create. Also, I have to be making a certain amount of money in order to even purchase these homes. By purchasing these homes and having this kind of money, I can now serve my friends, serve my family. One of the things that we've always loved to do is we take families that are not really able to afford something like Disney World, and we like to take families to Disney World. Like we did this a couple back in October with a family that we had that came from Cuba and have never actually even been to Disney World, and we surprised them with a borderline VIP experience in one of the resorts. And like I'm telling you, man, it was the most rewarding thing in the world. So what are you gonna do with the things that you really want? What you desire for yourself, you have to be able to desire for others as well. It gives you a different motivation that if you were just doing it for yourself, that it's not going to really light that fire as much. But when you're making that kind of money, okay, and I think it's very important to value money, not let it run your life, but just value it because of the things and the options that you have available for your life when you're able to do it. So one thing that I want you to remember, I want you to write this down. We'll put it across the screen right here. Desire what you want to acquire for others. Okay, next thing. So we've gone through sense it. We've gone through desire. The next thing is probably my favorite, and that's to expect it. The last piece of this is the expectation. You have to believe it in your bones that this vision is not only a vision, but it's already happened. It's already yours. It's freaking done. When you expect it to happen, like you expect to have breakfast in the morning, or you expect to go to sleep tonight, your actions now begin to align with that belief. That's when your vision becomes a reality. You have to be able to not only visualize what you have in the future, but you have to live in it like it's already happened. Once you're able to do that, things start happening because at the end of the day, These are things, you're made up of energy, right? And your energy moves in a certain direction depending on really sort of your experiences, your thoughts, and your direction of where you really want to go. If you could basically manipulate your subconscious in a way that you are now believing that you've already accomplished this insane vision that you've set for yourself, now your body and your day and your energy and everything around you starts to actually flow in that direction. So simply by sensing it, desiring it, and expecting it, you start to actually attract these things into your life and start to accomplish all these goals. I've also noticed that when you actually expect it and sense it and desire these just amazing things for yourself in the future, really good things start to happen. And I'm talking little things like green lights, like people actually opening the door for you, because you live in this positive energy that is very electrifying and very attractive, that people could actually really see it. We all have this like aura around us. When you live in that, your aura just becomes, really amazing. And people could feel that when you have a conversation. I know you guys could feel it even here through the camera. So that was the big idea here. What I really wanted to tell you guys is that it's so important to have an amazing vision for your life. Even if you don't have it yet, just have that amazing vision. And you get to live in a place where it's just really positive and energetic and really satisfying when you're able to just live in this place of just all of your wildest dreams and success. If I could recommend to you guys anybody, any video, podcast, or book by Joe Dispenza, you're going to want to get into. Also, another one that I follow, one of the greatest audio lessons of all time back in the 80s, maybe late 80s, is Bob Proctor. You're going to want to follow Bob Proctor. If you can go all in on Bob Proctor and Joe Dispenza, and if you really want to go way back to, I think it's a little bit more complicated, very complex, but very amazing as well, as Alan Watts, you're going to now really get an idea of how powerful we are as humans. We're all made up of cells, and all of those cells are actually made up of 99.9% of energy. So they're really literally empty. They're just filled with energy. And that's what ultimately we are all made up of, including the desk and this book and everything else. So you could actually have the power to manipulate your energy in a way to the direction that you want to actually get into in your life. So it's pretty amazing. So that's all I wanted to do, guys, was really get into this month, leadership and mindset. We've gone through leadership. We'll do leadership again next week. But I really wanted to get you into how you could possibly actually not only craft the vision. This wasn't a video about how to craft your vision. It's how to actually accomplish. It's a little framework. It's a little acronym. You have to sense it. You have to desire it. You have to expect it. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you homework on this video. I want you today to take 5 minutes, okay? I want you to sit down, and I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to sense your future. I want you to go through each of your 5 senses and imagine what your dream life actually feels like. Then I want you to write it down, and I want you to journal it. Don't filter it. Just let it flow. If you want to go deeper, share one part of your vision, right? So if you do this, okay, if you really do this, I would really encourage you, please, I want to get some communication here, some action going here. I want you to share one part of your vision in the comments. Let's start crafting our future together, guys. Okay, I want you to remember this. If your vision doesn't move you, it won't move anyone else. And if it's not big enough to scare you just a little bit, it's probably not big enough to change your life. So let's build a future that you were born for. That's what we got, guys. That's our Content Wednesday for today. I really enjoyed that one myself. You could probably see the energy just giving that lesson about sense it, desire it, expect it. SDE. That's all you have to remember. And I want you to sit down today for 5 minutes. Guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell. We've got a show on Monday with a guest. We've got this show every Wednesday. We've got Sunday Live with me. And follow me on social media. This is a whole new era what we're doing here. I am being impactful. Every day I ask myself, am I being impactful? Every single thing that I do throughout my daily life, throughout my life right now, is to be impactful on as many of you as possible. And I'm able to do that with this platform. So, let's go. Craft your vision. Sense it, desire it, expect it, and go next level and live the life of your dreams. And let's do that, guys. Please follow along whenever you can. I'm very, very excited about this show, and I encourage you to watch, and I encourage you to share. And we'll see you next week, guys. See you later. Peace out. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the show. I put a lot of work, an entire team, we put a lot of work into this to make sure that you get what you need. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. And don't forget to share the information as well. I promise there's going to be somebody else that will enjoy it as well. Set up a one-to-one with me so we can see how we can take your game to the next level.